everyone, I'm Julie.
And I'm Genny with a G. We're cousins and best friends.
Who live on opposite ends of the country, so we decided to start a podcast. Welcome to Get Funny. Here we are in a new year. New year, same us.
New year, same us.
Probably.
Come through.
How is your year starting?
My mom made some Dominican spaghetti that was so good.
Now, for our listeners, what makes Dominican spaghetti Dominican spaghetti?
The spices. It's just so different than like your Italian spaghetti. Because I don't even know if Italian spaghetti is Italian spaghetti, you know, because all the regions are so different. But this is so good. It just, the flavors are so different. They have bell peppers in it that just taste a little different, and garlic and onion, and oh, so good. Now, some people do put some cream in it. My mom does put cream in it.
Put some what?
Really cream.
In the,
Yeah, I've seen it on some of the different, you know, everybody has a different recipe. So
now, what is the meat in Dominican spaghetti?
Usually no meat, or if there is meat, like salchichon. But my mom doesn't make it with meat. Yeah.
My mom would sometimes make spaghetti, and I assume it was Dominican spaghetti because she's Dominican. But the spaghetti that I remember her making, which is so wild to me because I don't think I would like it now. It's like spaghetti, but the meat in it is like, it's chicken, but it's not just like pieces of chicken. It's like a whole chicken leg on your plate with your spaghetti, yes. Which is fine. Like those two things are fine separately, and together they're just whatever. But looking back, I'm like, I don't think I've ever had that served that way anywhere else.
Yeah, our own family does whatever they want, but it's so good. She's such a good cook. Now, the thing I not beat her, it's not a beating thing, but I asked for the tostones to be cut a little thinner so that they're a little bit crispier. And that's not how she normally makes it. So she was like, well, come do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I did it. And they were so delicious. I haven't had tostones in a long time either. So it was like a perfect way to start the year.
That's great. I never eat them either, except I was home visiting my family last week, and my mom was like, oh, you want some fritos? We call them fritos. As we do. Why do you call them tostones?
Because that's what they're called.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No.
Did you grow up calling them that?
Tostones. You know, fritos is just a collection of all the things that you fry together.
Ma'am, so. I know what it means, okay? I know what it means. Just like, look, I'm gonna say it. Let's talk about it. Pickles just means something that is pickled, but somewhere along the way, society deemed the word pickles to mean pickled cucumbers. And so everything else has to be called pickled onion, pickle whatever, when it's all actually pickles.
Relax. This is a weird defense of vinegar dipped items. Y'all can have it. I don't want anything pickled.
I'm just saying, I know what fritos means, but I also know that fritos became a pickles. Fritos is the pickles of the Spanish language.
I cannot. I can't. But we call them tostones, and then maduros if they're maduros. That's it. That's what we call them.
No.
Now,
I'm sorry.
It's not wrong. It's just different from you.
Mm-hmm.
But to your pickle saga, sorry, I'm not a big pickle supporter, whether it's cucumbers or not. So.
I know you're not. I love pickles. I hate cucumbers though, but I like pickled. I like pickled
you
cucumbers.
Hate cucumbers?
Cucumbers are trash. The thing is, cucumbers occupy the same space in my mind and also in my mouth as honeydew, cantaloupe, cucumbers in that family.
Right. You've got to be kidding. This can't be real.
How could I be kidding? This is 100% real.
Why
those are trash.
Oh, why do you hate water-based fruits? I don't know.
Because exactly. Thank you. Because they taste like lightly flavored water. And I'm like, I could have a seltzer for this. Why am I crunching on something? This is stupid.
It's like so refreshing.
It's like if you turned LaCroix into a solid. Stop. And I like LaCroix, but I'm like, I don't need a LaCroix popsicle, which is a fucking cucumber or a honeydew. Melons are honestly gross, and I will make an exception sometimes for some watermelons, but even then, I like watermelon flavor more than I like
Y'all,
actual watermelon.
this is
I'm
the
sorry.
first this is coming to me, and I am bewildered, and I don't even know how to handle all this confessions that are happening right now.
These are my confessions. Yeah, no.
Wow.
I'm
No.
standing in my truth, and this isn't something I've hidden from anyone. I would never pretend to like those garbage
I
fruits.
don't. I think it's a weird thing for someone to pretend to like them. I'm just more surprised
I mean,
that
it's
you
true.
don't. I'm surprised, honestly.
I'm
But I love a cucumber. Can't
ew.
do a pickle.
Ew. Pickles are great because
Ugh,
they make you
stop.
forget that it was ever a cucumber.
Pause. I can't.
Mm.
What? I can't. I think it's more challenging to me to understand how people don't pickle their own stuff at this point in time. Most people just keep buying the pickles when you could just get the pickle juice and then pickle your
Okay.
cucumber.
Okay. First of all, you could say that about literally anything that we buy at a store and don't make
True.
ourselves, but
And I will
it's a
say,
weird what? Like,
but
why don't you
it's
make your own
actually,
bread instead of buying sliced bread?
well, because I don't
Uh
have a bread maker, but when
why
I
don't you
do,
why don't you cut your own chicken into dinosaur shapes instead of buying dino chicken nuggets from the store?
okay, who buys dino chicken nuggets? Do you have dino chicken nuggets
I
in your house
don't.
right now?
No, I don't, but I wish I did.
You know, I do have, okay, this is getting on a whole rant that I don't think we need to be in, but I have some, funnily enough, I think they're seasoned with pickled juice. Or at least marinated in them, whatever. But some chicken bites that are supposed to taste like Chick-fil-A ones from Costco or
Uh-huh.
from Sam's Club. And I swear to you, the only difference here, I think, is that they've been marinated in pickle juice. It's a lot, but they're good.
And marinating things in pickle juice makes them taste amazing. Things being chicken mostly. We do that all the time. Is that okay with you?
I mean, it's gonna have to be. What I'm
Also,
not in your
pickle
house.
juice, drinking drinking pickle juice with alcohol is a great way to prevent a hangover and to cut the taste of alcohol when you do a shot.
Ugh,
Have you
I
tried
can't.
it?
They tried to do it to me once, and I almost
They
had a
tried
moment.
to
So
do it to you.
do it
Okay.
to me. I was like, get that away from me. Also, I don't even like
Hmm.
shots. We had
Well,
a
okay,
shot.
shots are disgusting, but
Yes.
oh my god, someone sent me this TikTok that was just a compilation of clips of celebrities from MTV 1999 right before 2000 being asked about what they were going to do because of the
Yes.
Y2K panic. And
Of course.
some of them were just like, well, I'm going to be with my family just in case things go south. And like, they were literally acting like it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and it
remember
made
it
me
well.
laugh so much, but also made me so nostalgic because I don't know. I'm pretty sure you were also, but I was very much an MTV kid and very much an MTV New Year's kid. Like, that's what
Yes.
I would do. And so I miss those days. Do they still do
I
that?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because I know they did it up until at least 2015, but
Mm,
after that I kind of stopped watching, but I also think we couldn't find. Okay, here's the thing.
okay.
To my millennials out there, y'all don't have cable, and I say y'all because I have cable. So should I need to watch the ball drop, it is very easily able for me to find it. We were spending like 40 minutes trying to find the stream to watch the ball drop, and I promise you, because of the streams, we missed the best one that was out there. Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus had their own.
Oh.
The Andes were on CNN and they weren't allowed to drink, so it wasn't as fun as it used to be.
Mm.
And then the Ryan Seacrest one, I think, is on Channel 2 or ABC, but I wasn't even sure because the one we ended up finding also was a minute behind. So we missed the countdown.
I
And
mean,
then I'm trying to get the people to do the countdown with me for the next minute, and we still missed it. So, I mean, we did the best we could. We just
okay.
need cable.
Counterpoint. We don't need cable. Why do you need the countdown? You have a phone, you know what time it is. You know what second it is. You
Whoa,
can count it.
whoa,
Wait, 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 wait,
whoa,
wait, wait,
whoa,
wait, wait, wait.
whoa.
Listen to me. I I'm not saying that you shouldn't count down. I'm just saying if you're at a party with people, the countdown is there. Like you guys are counting down together. You don't need to watch someone else count down.
we absolutely need to watch a ball come down. We need to see. That's the whole point of having a party. If we're just going to do random parties without the countdown, then we might as well just celebrate January 3rd.
You are doing the countdown. You are doing the countdown. You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you. I am just saying we need the TV to match our energy. That's the whole point. This is decades of us gathering around the TV to see the ball drop into the new year. I cannot comprehend something else.
I'm just saying, and again, I grew up watching the balls drop, all the things drop.
Whoa.
I grew up with that, but as I get older, or not, okay, completely removing the past like 4 years from existence, because I truly don't remember the last time I celebrated New Year's Eve, like in a way that wasn't in my home. But back when I would go to like parties or go out and stuff, you know, the club, etc. I've been.
Remember when we went to what?
In Chicago? Wait.
No, we did it in Atlanta. We went to Localuna.
I was in Atlanta on New Year's? Girl, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
You were here so many times.
My point is that I have been out on New Year's and like, we weren't watching the ball drop when we were at the club, is what I'm saying. And so for me, watching the ball drop at home was always like a thing that people who weren't going out were doing. So if you're having a party, like, yeah, you can put it on if you have cable, but I wouldn't waste time trying to find it because you have the energy with you already. You know what I mean? Apparently not. We're not going to agree.
Apparently, we're not on the same. No, we
I'm just
saying,
millennials, you don't need it. You don't need it.
But we do need cable because of all the options. It was too much. And here's the thing, you know, the funniest part of doing all this work and trying to get the CNN app and trying to get somebody to change the channel and do all this stuff, all we needed to go to was Roku TV, and it was right there.
Oh.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, it sounds like you needed smarter people at your party. So.
Less drunk people, I guess.
Sorry.
Yeah, anyways, we're here. It's 2023 and me, and I love that for all of us.
May we all find our real families this year.
It was great. So, yeah.
Great. Well, should we talk about this movie that we watched that you definitely forgot we were going to watch?
Sure did, but that's okay. I think, you know, we all have our strengths, and a lot of those include Julie reminding me of things when I need the reminder, but then me reminding her that we did a lot of things in life 4 to 5 years ago.
Yes, I will always forget. When did I go to...
Literally, I don't remember the year, but I know for sure 1999 because I know for sure when it struck midnight.
Wait, 1999?
Yes, my brother and your little brother flipped the light on us, and we all screamed. And they were like, "Why are you screaming? The TV's on."
Okay. Yes. So I do remember that. That was different because we were very young. We weren't going out then. When did I go to New Year's Eve with you as an adult in Georgia?
I was wearing a black dress. That's what I remember wholeheartedly.
Oh, wait. Was I also wearing a black dress and some tights?
And yes, there was tights involved.
Like, almost like a fishnet situation?
Yes,
I do remember that.
There it is. And we went to Localuna.
What year was that?
I don't know. Maybe it's on Instagram.
Fine.
But it must
have been on Instagram, girl. It was a long time ago.
You know when it had to have been 2010.
I was about to say 2010.
Must have been 2010 because remember we did. I remember now because you went home and then I was like, oh, I don't know when I'm buying my ticket back to Chicago. And you were like, why don't I just drive down and then we'll drive up together? And I was like, that seems logical. So we did that. It must have been 2010.
So I drove from Tennessee to Georgia. Yes. And then from Georgia, we drove back to Chicago together?
Yes. Wow. And it progressively got colder. And I'll never forget that. Because every time we got gas, I would put another layer on. By the time we were in Chicago, or the last step before we got to my place, it was like so cold. I was like, why did we do this?
Oh my gosh. We used to have so many adventures. It's crazy. You know, I can't keep track of them because it's been such an adventurous, ridiculous life.
So many adventures.
So many adventures.
It's anyway. Like the most.
Okay, so this week we watched the
Nami's still trying to find
2022
this
film.
picture.
Girl, I think it was on Facebook. That picture was definitely on Facebook. But you
It
know,
has to be.
stop looking for it right now. Focus up. Focus.
I'm so close. Let me finish.
Oh
I'm so
my
close.
god. Where are you right now? Are you on Facebook?
I did, yeah. I went to Facebook and I went to share. Here, found it. I went to shared friendship.
I knew that's what it looked like. See, I knew I was wearing those tights.
In the year of our Lord 2010. Yes.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Right. And we named it, you titled it Pre-Localuna.
Simple and to the point.
Simple and to the point. Oh my god, I thought I was everything in that outfit. Boy,
Let me see.
I really did. I was
okay.
This business casual look. I was so into. I said, I'm wearing it to the club.
Hold on a second. Not me wearing a peep toe with tights. Get out. Get out. I'm so mad.
And look at that long ass necklace. Where were you going with that bad boy?
First of all, a long necklace was the move. Why is my hair so straight? I haven't straightened my hair in like
so straight
15 years. How is this possible?
Wow.
We look so cute.
We were so
viewers
cute.
or listeners who are not watching this, we will maybe add this to our Instagram.
Go ahead. Save photo. Boom.
Great. There you go.
Okay, good. Now we can move on to
thank God. I'm glad we found it. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for your gift of keeping us
storage. All right, y'all. So we watched the movie Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Yes, America's sweethearts.
Yes.
Like many people, we were excited when this movie was announced because it was like, wait, George Clooney and Julia Roberts returning to our screens in a rom-com? Adorable. I'm so happy for it. Excited.
For real.
And it is now, so it came out in theaters, I think, but it's now on Peacock.
Yes, streaming on Peacock.
And I don't know. You and I have not talked to each other about this movie.
No.
So
I had only mentioned, I watched it, but I hadn't really watched it because I was actually trying to switch the door on my dryer. So that distracted me.
That's when you watched
it. I was like, yeah, it's cute for what I did retain, but I had to rewatch it. So we rewatched it today. Mm-hmm. And okay, first thoughts. It's not terrible, but it's also like, where were they going with this movie, honestly? Because like we're supposed to believe that the young woman graduated college, but is also going to work at a law firm immediately, except she has to go to law school for 3 years.
Well, let's hold on a second. Let's just give the premise because you're jumping in. Yes, in this movie, Julia Roberts plays Georgia Cotton and George Clooney plays David Cotton, and they are exes. They used to be married. They've been divorced for like 20 years at this point. According to them, the only good thing to come from their marriage was their daughter, Lily. And so at the beginning of the movie, Lily, and this is where your confusion comes up because I'm confused by it as well. At various times, they make it sound like Lily was just in law school. Then they make it sound like she was in college. Yes. But she's going to work for a law firm. She tells people she's a lawyer. And at the very beginning of the graduation ceremony, before you see the parents come in, it says law school on it. Like, it says the university law school. So I'm like, what? So I'm going to assume that she just finished law school, even though they say she was there for 4 years. I'm like, but law school's not 4 years.
Yeah. And then two other things. The person at the school says, to our seniors who are graduating.
Seniors! Yes, and they keep calling them seniors.
When she meets Goodell, she says that she just graduated college. She does say
but
that.
But he says, what do you do? And she says, I'm a lawyer.
I'm going to be a lawyer when I get back. That's what she
said. Which makes it sound like she's already a lawyer. It's so stupid.
Because for any of the folks who don't know how this works, academia says you do 4 years of college traditionally, then 3 years of law school. Then you have to pass the bar to become a lawyer. These are things she has not done.
Allegedly, we don't know. But
Also, she is packing up her books to go on a trip. But it's like, but you should be packing up your whole room because
I
you
know,
look like you're
I
coming
know.
back there.
The other thing is, like, it's clear that she's at the beginning when she's packing, she's in a dorm, and I'm like,
yes,
what law student is going to be in a dorm? It's not. Anyway,
it doesn't make sense.
so in case we have not made that clear, this will include spoilers for this movie. So fast forward or watch the movie. I don't know. So the premise of the film is that not Georgia, Lily, their daughter, has just graduated from either law school or regular school. Who knows? And before she starts her very fancy lawyer job, or whatever, she and her best friend / roommate, Ren, are going to take a trip to Bali. And so it's cute, whatever. Her parents come to her graduation. They make it clear that her parents should not be in the same room together.
Yes,
they hate each other. They're just like bickering constantly, which is like, really, you can't even put it down for your daughter's big law school / college graduation.
Like bickering, like they are siblings,
like
who are
children,
like both 2 years old.
Yes,
it's
like fighting over like an armrest, and I'm like, okay, this isn't even fun. But anyway, so they see her off at the airport. She goes to Bali. She's like tired from being in school, possibly a potentially grueling law school. I don't know. But
we'll never know.
A week into her time there or something, she meets G'day, a local, and falls in love. Cut to 37 days later, she sends her parents an email saying, hey, I'm going to get married and live in Bali. So the premise is her parents, Julia Roberts and George Clooney, decide to travel to Bali to sabotage their daughter's wedding and her happiness and make sure that she cannot marry this guy. That is the premise. Hijinks are supposed to ensue as they try their hardest to sabotage this wedding and make sure that their daughter cannot get married to this guy she doesn't know very much. All the while, they're just bickering at each other. They're sniping. They're blah, blah, blah. Along the way, we kind of learn why they broke up, but we don't actually. It's very surface level. Something about their house burning down. Julia Roberts was like, I just was turning into a person whose identity was just being a mom, and I didn't want that. I'm like, but you still had to be a mom after you got divorced. So like,
a single mom.
Yeah, a single mom who works 2 jobs.
Who literally lives across the country from her ex-husband.
It doesn't make any sense, and they don't do any work to... I think I'll just say this. Obviously, George Clooney and Julia Roberts are extremely charming, and they try their best. There were several times in the movie where George Clooney would like smile, and I was like, God damn! Like he's still like, okay, turn it down, sir. My God,
still got it.
Still got it. And so they could work with almost anything, but the script doesn't give them a whole lot to work with besides just like petty little arguments that at a certain point you're like, okay, but then the other part of you knows that this is kind of supposed to be a rom-com, so you're like, are they gonna get back together?
It was giving
honestly does not. It doesn't feel like it's clear at any point that they're gonna get back together.
And it didn't. So one of the things I liked about it was an interesting take on this idea of like parents. Okay, I would say this. As a Latina, it was weird to see parents not wanting their child to get married because that's literally all we hear. But these particular parents were so anti it, but it also gave Lily an opportunity to be like, well, this is what I want to do anyway, so y'all need to get it together. Now, as someone who also watches a lot of 90 Day Fiancé, this is a terrible idea. Mainly because, girl, what you gonna do? You gonna be a seaweed farmer too? Also, how much seaweed comes into those little ports too? Like, do they move?
Clearly a lot, girl. Like, they gotta deal with Whole Foods. Seaweed business is booming. There's seaweed in cosmetics now. I believe it. The seaweed farming, they seem to be doing great. So
I just don't understand how they just all keep coming into that one little thing every day. At a certain time, I would think you would just have cut it all up. But anyways, I like that it was It's like she was so like, I'm still going to do this regardless of what my parents think. But the parents were very sabotageurs. They were out here stealing rings, giving bad energy, going to the bad omens. Like,
Not
it
just
was.
stealing rings. So the one of the things that we learn is that in this culture, when you get married, in order for it to be a successful marriage, it has to be right place, right time, right circumstances.
Mhm.
And so they have George Clooney and Julia Roberts had the idea to steal the rings before the ring ceremony, because then that means that it's not going to be the right circumstances, and then they'll have to derail the whole wedding. So the ring bearer is a 5-year-old girl or something, and Julia Roberts tricks her and steals the rings from her, a child. And then this child is crying because she feels like she lost the rings. Julia Roberts and George
She
Clooney
did start crying.
traumatized a small child because they didn't want to have a conversation with their daughter about whether or not she should be getting married. Like, I was like, this is unforgivable. And then later, spoiler alert, their daughter finds out that they did this, and she's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And
Yes,
her
it was.
fiance her fiance kind of knows the whole time that Lily's parents are not wanting them to get married, but he doesn't want to hurt Lily's feelings by telling her, like, hey, I think your parents stole our rings, because he knows how much that would hurt her. And it does hurt her. He honestly is maybe the only person who cares about her feelings in this.
Can you hold on 1 second? There's someone at the
Sure.
door, and that's really weird. Oh, sorry. There's been a lot of people walking by my door, and I thought that was them, but it's
Are people
really
not allowed to walk by your door?
they they can do that, but when they get too close, it's weird. And then it says someone was at your door, but it looks like they may be at my parents' door,
Oh.
which is even more scary. Who this man? Oh, it looks like it's the mechanic. Okay.
See, this is why ring cameras, ring people, like, y'all get real suspicious about just
It's,
random, like,
it
people
is.
come to you.
Well,
It,
why? But
I
why?
get it, and I know that it has done, like, really, it's been really useful to a lot of people, but overall, it makes people so suspicious about anyone being by their door. I'm like, y'all, calm the fuck down. Like, maybe they got the
If
wrong house. Maybe there's
if
just a
if they
Jehovah's
rang,
Witness.
oh God, stop! If they rang once, it would be okay because I was like, oh, it's probably a package. But the twice ring, that was a lot. Anyways, okay, keep talking. Sorry,
Well, you interrupted me. I forgot what I was saying.
Georgia.
That's not. I wasn't saying that, but okay. I was
Georgia
saying
and David
that
and the
Good Day.
rings.
Good Day
And
is
Good Day found out.
Good Day is like the only person in this who seems to care about Lily's feelings.
Yes, and Good Day's family. I
And
feel
Good
like
Day's
Good Day's
family.
family has been so like welcoming to Lily, and I love that his dad calls her my daughter. I think that's
Yeah,
really
it's
sweet.
very sweet. His family's very much like, oh, we see that these two kids are in love, like, let's support them. Whereas Georgia and David are like, we don't want our daughter to make the same mistake we did, which was getting married for love without thinking it through, which is like, oh no, we don't want our daughter to be in love. What a
But then
terrible thing.
one of my favorite characters is actually Georgia's boyfriend, Paul, who is along for the ride, but not really. But oh, Paul is just so sweet. He's a pilot. And when
I
I tell
hated
you,
him.
you hate, oh my God, he was so funny. Y'all, so there's a
He was
part.
funny, but I didn't like. It was clear that he didn't know Georgia.
There was a part when they're on the plane. So he's a pilot. So he actually was flying the plane for them to get to Bali, and he surprised her. So when they're sitting there, he's like, "Oh, it's just a bit of turbulence," and he was just being real cute. And then all of a sudden, he was like, "Please take your seats." Like he went back into pilot mode, and apparently, it was a very, very terrible flight. But he was just so funny and so thoughtful. But yes, I think he also was so like he wanted to agree with Georgia on everything so that she wouldn't get upset or she wouldn't leave him. And then he just gets his little heart broken, and that made me so sad.
But see, I don't think he was thoughtful at all. I think he propose to what he thought the idea of Georgia was, but they make it clear very early on and continue to make it clear that Georgia does not like surprises. And at
Yeah.
every turn, Paul is surprising her with even more ridiculous things like a proposal, all this other shit. And it never works out for him. He's just not super bright to me. Also, I was so distracted because I was like, where do I know this man from? Um, did you recognize him?
No.
Did he not even look familiar to you?
A little bit,
Okay,
but
well,
not like a lot.
I looked him up afterwards. He is the French man from Emily in Paris, the French love interest, the chef.
Oh.
No, no.
Well, I stopped watching Emily.
So did I, but
Paris.
Emerson Paris. I stopped watching it too, but
after
I remember
the first
his face.
Oh,
Same.
that's so funny. Well, I thought it was just more comedic, I guess. I don't know, because he was just goofy, but makes sense. Oh, good for him.
So I don't have a lot to say about this movie. I think I was excited about it because these two big stars together in a rom-com, amazing. I think that there was a decent amount of like some funny stuff, but I think I wish that there was more romance, especially because we as the audience are supposed to want them to get back together and supposed to feel like they belong together, but all I kind of felt the whole time was like, these people are not nice, and like,
yes,
they're
I was
so
also
deeply unhappy and cynical and like, ugh.
And so yeah, I actually even said that too. I was like, wow, I really wish they would have given them a little bit more of these like, oh my god, remember when we used to do this? But they were so mean, like actually mean that. I mean, I know that in real life divorced couples are like this, but I also always, it blows my mind because I'm like, then how do you all hate each other so much? But why be in the same room? Like there would be no way. I'd be like, no, we're gonna have to just not see each other because that's insane to me how angry they were the whole time.
Yeah, it was also insane when you think about the fact that they have literally been divorced for 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
I understand, like, the way they were acting was as if this divorce wound was, like, still so fresh. But I'm like,
Yeah.
if you have been co-parenting a child for 2 decades, surely you would have gotten to a place by now where you don't hate each other, especially since there doesn't seem to be a reason why you hate each other. At no point in time do they say what the other person did. Like, I know people break up sometimes because it is the wrong time, the wrong circumstance. I know, but it was so unclear that I was just like, these people are so childish.
They hated each other as if like they both were caught cheating on each other with the same person. You know,
like yesterday, like not 20 years ago.
And it's like, I can't be in the same room. I cannot do anything. You are the only thing that I work for is my daughter, and we still can't agree on that. Like, it was weird, but then all of a sudden it turned into, oh, a chance kiss. Oh, we're gonna do this now.
But even after they kissed, they were like, no, we're good. And so at that point, I was like, okay, so maybe they're not gonna get back together because neither one of them seemed to like be second guessing things after that kiss. They were just like, oh, that was a mistake. Oh no. And I was like, okay. But then at the end, when, the wedding goes off great, whatever, they give their support of their daughter, they finally realize that they're being assholes, blah, blah, blah. They're leaving Bali after saying goodbye to their daughter, and they're on the boat together. And right then, this is like literally the last 2 minutes of the movie, they don't have a conversation. They just decide that they're going to stay in Bali. They hold hands, and George Clooney's like, yeah? And she's like, yeah. And they jump off the boat, and it freezes on them jumping off the boat. And that's it.
Yeah.
So what now? They live happily ever after? What the fuck?
Right. We don't. And the only thing, so George's line was, why wait for the good stuff? Or it's some kind of iteration of that. So the idea of is, let's not wait to put stuff off that we can enjoy now. So she said that about when they were going to buy the house and he waited. And that's why she said that they got divorced, because she didn't like who she was and she didn't want this life. And then she says it again to Lily when Lily's going to get married. And then they just say it at the end. And it's like, okay, but both of y'all make it make sense, because also, what are y'all going to do in Bali? Like, it's just like, what are you going to do? Are you going to
I
be
mean,
farmers as well?
they're very, very rich. We didn't make that clear, but the movie makes it clear pretty early on. Georgia is a museum curator or something.
Hmm.
She literally has a
She
gallery
has a
in
gallery.
LA. So I think she's fine for money. And
But what are they going to do? Also, we talk about how they did not sweat at all in this film? Like even in the part where they get off a boat, they get on a bus, and then the bus drops them off, so they have to walk to their destination. Even when they got to the top, there was not a glisten. I'm like,
the
ain't
only
no way.
sweating I noticed was George Clooney when they were at the bar playing beer pong. As the night progressively went on, he had some sweat on his shirt, and but I'm like, that could have just been like beer that he spilled. I don't know.
Right.
Uh, but
But
yeah,
it
no,
was,
they
I thought
looked
it was
gorgeous.
overall cute. I just think that it's interesting because I looked, Peacock tells you the ratings or whatever, and it was like a
Mm.
57 rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And I get it. Like, I can see why it was
Mm.
rated like that because it was cute in theory, but I think and maybe this is just what, like, the reality of movies now, right? They have to fit in a big story in a short amount of time because people aren't paying attention. People are on their phones. So
But was
maybe
this a
that's,
big story? I feel like they could have made it. Mm,
they could have
I don't
explored
know.
it more. And there was
Yes,
a lot of quiet parts. So I'm like, I looked up, I was like, what's happening? Did they freeze
I
on
think
me?
I think considering it was a rom com about these two people, George Clooney and whatever Julia Roberts, I think we spent too much time on the daughter and her relationship. Like I didn't need to be with Lily and G'day as much as I was,
Yeah.
honestly, because ultimately the story wasn't about them. Like at no point in time did I think that these people were going to succeed in sabotaging this wedding. Like I knew it was going to go off. So I really wanted the story of them falling back in love and rekindling their romance, and
Hmm.
we did not get that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but it was cute, and
It was cute. It
these
was cute.
are some of our last movie stars, like actual movie stars,
Hmm.
and it was good to see them on screen. But I wished for more.
Right. And I would be interested to know about the immigration process they're going to have when they go back to
Wow,
America. But
Jenny,
whatever.
Jenny, they are very
Again,
rich. They're very
I
rich
get
white
it.
people. They're very
Yes.
rich white people.
But I mean, we just need to know. All right. Well, what did you find on Al Gore's internet?
I have a Christmas themed "Am I the Asshole?"
Ooh, love
or at
it.
least one Christmas "Am I the Asshole?" So it says, I honestly, the title of it just makes me laugh already. Am I the asshole for laughing at my niece's gift? Probably,
Yes.
but let's see. My 12-year-old niece is really into arts and crafts and recently got into crocheting. Before Christmas, she told me that she had a surprise gift for me and seemed really excited about it. I told her I was really looking forward to it as well and prepared her gift myself, which was actually art supplies. On Christmas, when we had our family gathering, she brought me her gift and was super excited for me to open it. When I opened it, I saw a crocheted animal, but if I'm being honest, it looked really, really bad. To give you an idea of what it looked like, imagine something from, and then they tag the subreddit, bad taxidermy, but
Oh
in
God.
crochet form. I couldn't help but burst out laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing no matter how hard I tried to suppress it. So I had to excuse myself to go to the washroom where I locked myself for nearly 10 minutes. When I came out, my niece was in tears with her parents trying to console her, and I apologized profusely and told her that I really liked her gift. But she kept crying and shouted at me, calling me a liar and that she sucked at art. Oh, my niece avoided me for the vast majority of the party after that. I tried to make her feel better by displaying her gift on my living room cabinet, but my wife pulled me aside later in the day and told me to take it down after the party because it was, in her words, really ugly and made her uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
Surprisingly, all the adults were very understanding of my situation, but I feel really bad because I feel like I destroyed my niece's confidence, and I'm not sure how I can make it up to her. Am I the asshole? Oh, dang.
Yeah, you are, but it's like one of
Yeah.
those like okay. Yes, you are the asshole. I will say that. Gift giving is very hard because some people are really good at it and some people are not the best at it. but gift receiving should be the same. Thank you for the gift and move on.
Yeah.
You don't have to make, I mean, because I feel like why it goes into assholes territory is because you literally had to excuse yourself because you couldn't stop. And that's like, we get it. Sure. Things aren't going to be pretty. I've gotten some real crazy drawings from kids, and I'm like, oh, thanks. But you just say, oh, thanks, because we don't want to be the reason somebody gives up on something, especially when there are so
Yeah.
many people who are not good at a craft and they keep going. So, yes, you're the asshole. And the only way you can make up for it is to encourage her that she's going to be getting better at all the things she's going to do. And next time she gives you a gift, accept it and smile and move on.
Yeah, I feel so sad for this niece. Like, I totally understand also, like, getting into a laughing fit and not being able to control yourself. Unfortunately, I've been there, but then you just explain, like, hey, that laughing was not about you, it was about me. Even if you're lying, like in this case, I think a little white lie is okay, because you really, like, seemingly broke her spirit, and I feel so sad for her. The thing is that, sure, not everyone is good at art. That is subjective. But you're not going to like everyone's art. But when you have a child in your world, like, obviously you're not this person's parent, but you're still an adult that she cares for and trusts, clearly trusts, trusts enough to give her artwork to, and then you crushed her spirit, like, that sucks, because she's gonna have so many people in her life who will crush her spirit, especially if she continues trying to be creative. Like, that's just the reality of the world. It is terrible to have the people who love you be the ones who are crushing your spirit. Like, that sucks. Right. And I feel really bad. I hope that she's able to keep going. And yeah, I don't know, this one made me sad. I was not expecting to be sad. I thought it was gonna be funny. I think it's the fact that, like, it's not something she bought, which, even if it was something she bought, it would still be a dick move to laugh at it. But the fact that she spent her time and made this for you, like, man, that's so sad.
Right. And you kept going. Like, it wasn't just that. Yeah. No, you laughed so much you had to be excused, and then you.
And why did your wife then bring it up? Like, your wife also seems kind of like,
yeah, y'all.
The thing about kids is, like, they don't have to, like, their stuff's not going to be great, but, like, no one's going to come to your house and see, like, a kid's drawing and be like, oh my god, did you think that was good enough to display? Like, no, people understand that children make things. Like, this is so mean.
It's really mean.
Definitely the asshole. All right. Do you want another one? This one's not Christmas themed. It's am I the asshole for refusing to tell my husband the gender of our baby after he skipped going to the doctor appointment with me? Okay, I haven't read these, so we'll see. I know I haven't read this. My husband and I are expecting. This is our first baby, and we're excited. Thing is, he barely attends any doctor's appointments with me, and his excuses aren't even valid. He's willing to miss the doctor appointment over soccer or a drink or a board game with his friends. His response is always, I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you? Madam, why are you having a child with this man?
Right. Pause. All the
way. Last week was my final straw. He was supposed to come with me for the baby's gender reveal appointment, but he chose not to come last minute because his friend invited him to a fish and chips meal. I was pretty livid, but didn't make a fuss about it. Mom went with me instead. He texted asking me to tell him the results, boy or girl, but I refused to tell him. He kept spam calling me, but I hung up each time. It's not spam if it's your husband calling you. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. He came home fuming, demanding I tell him the results, but I refused and bluntly told him since he refused to attend the appointment, then he gets no results till after the baby's born. And I said I was willing to die on this hill. He went off, calling me spiteful and immature for doing this and punishing him. He said he's the father and has the right to know. He then called me dramatic since I wasn't alone and mom was with me. I said he gets no results, period. He's been fuming about it and told his family, and they're now pressuring me to stop playing mind games with him and tell him, but I declined. Am I the asshole? Okay.
All of you are crazy. I'm just like, I don't even know how we could even say anything because First of all, you should. This man sounds terrible. If he's gonna not come to appointments with you and then get mad, I
Saying
don't like
he's not
it.
the one carrying the baby. I'm sorry, you.
Right.
It's too late for you to go back and unmake the choice to have a child with this person, but it's not too late for you to admit that you made a mistake and just leave him, because it sounds like you're
Right.
gonna be raising your child alone anyway, so you might as well get a
Right.
jump start on it now.
And if you're withholding this information, you're going to be withholding. So, like, y'all just
they're
listen.
already using the baby as a pawn. Like, this is so.
No.
Oh.
Don't. Not everybody needs to procreate, first of all. And second of all, stop. This is insane. Like, and then your other films. I didn't like that one because I don't like that. And they sound British because she said you need to go get some chips. And I mean, people, we don't know about the crazy in England, but they got crazy in England. So just step away, girl, because this is not going to work out for anybody. Ooh, no way. Also, who says that? You're the one carrying the...
Like, who says that in this year of our Lord? Like, I'm sorry, is this the 1950s? What are you even saying right now?
What are you saying?
While we're on the topic, stop making such a fucking big deal about a gender reveal. First of all, it's not a gender reveal. It's a genitalia reveal. So let's calm down. And it's not a big deal. You'll find out what genitals your baby has when they're born, and you'll find out their gender when they get to a place where they're ready to express that to you. So calm the fuck down. Ugh. This is depressing. I hate people. I'm sorry.
Real, the internet is the worst.
It is. Every week I'm like, oh, God damn you. I forgot we were on video and I just did like a real aggressive stretch. So for people who are watching, you're welcome.
I don't know if we're ever going to see this video, but if you do see it, you'll hear some burps, some stretches, and some eye rolls.
We had some technical issues last time because I was at my parents' house and they have terrible internet. I'm like, y'all, I can't. How am I supposed to be a podcast producer when I can't even upload my podcast because your internet is crappy? What is up with parents constantly having the worst internet?
It's crazy to me.
I guess it's because, at least for my parents, they don't work, like they're retired and they don't work from home like I do. So it's like,
but they have so many devices. Like there's no
many devices, and then have the nerve to be complaining that the stream is freezing. I'm like, the reason the stream is freezing is because you have terrible internet. Nobody told you to downgrade your internet.
Who in what world do you downgrade the internet? Downgrade
exactly.
everything else. You can even downgrade your partner, but downgrade internet seems.
There shouldn't even be. There should not be an option for you to downgrade your internet. Like once you get locked into a certain plan, you should only be able to increase it, because there is no world in which anyone would ever need to downgrade their internet. That's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Anyway, well, that was the internet. Don't downgrade it, y'all. Great. Let's move along. Oh, unless, I'm sorry, did you have something you wanted to share?
No.
Okay.
You know, all my things are TikToks, and people eventually see them on Instagram. So.
Oh, Instagram Reels, the old person's TikTok.
The old person's TikTok. And like, people get real offended when you send them a TikTok. They won't look at it. I'm like, this was a fire TikTok, y'all.
Who is they?
A lot of people.
Your old people friends?
Then they send it to me 2 months later on Instagram, and I'm like, I already seen it.
Wait, okay. This
shit.
is like everything on Twitter being on Facebook 3 months later. But the thing is, I don't know anyone who would be mad at me for sending them a TikTok. I do have friends who are younger than me who clowned me so fucking much for sending them an Instagram Reel. They're like, are you on Reel? I was like, guys, no, someone else sent it to me. I was just resending it. They're like, but we just learned Jalissa's on Instagram Reels. God damn it.
But I did make a reel for my little end of year recap.
I saw that.
That was so cute.
How do you do that? I want to... I was going to say I want to make it, but let's be real.
Okay, well, it really was super easy. I think on my reel you can hit template. It was a Bad Bunny template that they were promoting. So I just hit that. And then you just pick your media, as they say.
Interesting. Maybe we should do one for the podcast.
Sure.
It will just be clips of the podcast that we've posted. Are you
Tell me
no?
more. Tell me more.
Never mind.
The only reason I say that is because there's music over it, and then there's no pictures, and the pictures would just be the stills of our, it's.
I thought you could have video clips where you're like talking, where you could hear the talking.
There are some, but we would have, with that template, we would have to make it a little different. I think we need to figure something else out. I'm sure anything is possible, but
it's fine. Obviously I haven't made it, but from your reaction, I can see it's not possible. It's okay. It was just an idea. I was just spitballing. It's okay. I'm just improving. It's jazz, baby. It's jazz.
It's jazz. We'll look at it. Maybe for next year when we have actual video clips, we can do, because at this point I only think we have 3 clips.
Oh yeah, I just meant the clips that we do of our audio when you're promoting the podcast.
No. Don't worry about it. We will get there.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to, or what brought you joy?
I am looking forward to, this year, I guess. This is a good time to say it. January 2nd. I'm looking forward to seeing what the year holds and such. And what brought me joy was just getting out of LA, seeing loved ones, spending time with family. Although, y'all, can we talk about the winter storm that happened while I was not in Los Angeles?
Dramatic. Can we talk about it?
My family lives in Tennessee, which historically does not have the coldest winters. It'll be colder than LA, of course. It'll be in the 20s or 30s sometimes. But for 3 days while I was in Tennessee, it was below 0. And I didn't like that. It did not make me happy. I just didn't go outside for 3 days. To be honest, it snowed. It was just like, it was crazy. And then they had to do power outages to conserve the power because America is a developing nation, apparently. Like, what? I asked my parents if the power outages reminded them of Dominican Republic, and they did not laugh, but I laughed.
It was bad, y'all. We in Georgia, we call it pipe-ageddon. Pipes were bursting left and right. Every home had something. Happened at my parents' house, and they didn't have water for 3 days. And I also did ask them, does this remind you of Dominican? And my dad said, I've been used to this shit before. That's how I translate his Spanish into English.
Sure.
But he was not impressed. He was like, I am very happy to have water back. So poor daddy.
Anyway, so it was wild, but we're back in LA now, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Excited for 2023. What about you? What are you looking forward to, and or what brought you joy?
I will start with what brought me joy. Awesome presents, including a puzzle table from Google. I'm so excited to get my puzzles on. And it's so convenient. It goes right under. It's currently under the couch because it slides right under the couch. And it's just so convenient. I love having convenient things. And I get to do my puzzles. It's really fun. And I got a ton of other great presents. Mostly ones I bought for myself. Let's be real. Who loves me more than me? Nobody. And I'm looking forward to everything this year has to offer, including my first time in Mexico. So I'm going to Cancun.
Wait, I'm going to Cancun this year.
You're going to Cancun this year? Oh my God!
When are you going to Cancun? It's also my first time in Mexico.
Yeah, I'm going January 20th.
Oh God, that's very soon. I'm going in May, so.
Oh my God! For a wedding, for fun, for
a bachelorette.
Wow! Look at us, Dominicans in Mexico.
Very nice. Like, I've never been, and I literally live in California, so I could go.
Yeah, how exciting for us! So yeah, that's happening in January. Yes.
I'm just gonna say it here on the pod. It reminded me when I saw your Instagram reel of Best of 22. Don't get sunburnt in Mexico.
You are correct. You are correct. So
I know you are a sunburn survivor. So don't.
I am a sunburn survivor.
Take your hat. Wear your swim shirt.
I gotta make sure I'm protected. I'm protected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, and I also need to mention this because now I'm a Peloton girl. So
Okay, Peloton.
I got a Peloton tread. So the bikes don't come for me, but the tread is awesome. And I'm on a streak right now. And I think that's really my motivation is to how long can I keep the streak?
Ooh.
But I've learned some things. Apparently, you're supposed to have rest days. I'm like, but my streak will be affected. So explain to me how I rest. But turns out they have meditation and stretching, and that also counts for your streak.
Oh,
So
smart.
look at that. And I got some really cute outfits, and yeah, it's pretty dope. So
I love how
I'm
you
out
got
there.
cute outfits for the Peloton you have in your home where no one will see you work out. No, I
That
mean,
is
I love
correct.
that.
That is correct. But
I think that's
will
a great.
also,
I think that's a great choice. Maybe if I had cute outfits, I would work out.
technically, I plan to take beautiful pictures all the time in these cute outfits. So eventually, the outfits will be shown.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you should wear the cute outfits outside of your home so people know that you have them. Like,
you're right. I'll just wear them one day. Like, oh my god, I'm just out here.
do you exercise? Oh my god!
Just finished on the pillow.
I have a full face of makeup on. Like, yeah, I just finished my workout.
Just finished workout. So, you know,
well,
it's
fun.
Real. Yes, ma'am.
Big things in 2023.
2023 and me. And you.
Stop calling it that. 2023 and you.
This is
if 23andMe is not doing a bunch of promotions based off of this year, they need to hire you as a consultant because why are they not?
They've got to know. They should have known. And not a shout out, but a call out to Equinox, the super fancy gym. Apparently, they made a TikTok in which they said, "Look at our gym on January 1st. It's not full because we don't allow for new members on January 1st," which I thought was real bogus because for any health person or club or group, y'all making fun of people who start a New Year's resolution in January, it's your fault that they fall off. I just want to put it out there for all the folks that want to do this. And this gym is literally saying, we're not going to take you because you're new. Y'all suck. And
do they not want money?
Right. And they deleted the video. But there was a comment that was seen that somebody said, well, I went ahead and did it. I signed up online December 31st. So technically, and they wrote, well, I guess that works. Like, it's so bogus. And like,
ew.
Equinox is like, I don't necessarily understand how everything has to be either like super fancy or super not fancy. And then the super fancy people think because they shit don't stink, you're shitty people. So forget Equinox. And for everybody who's out there trying to start their new year, new you, I encourage you and keep it going.
I wish you all the motivation in the world and, whatever works for you. I personally don't make New Year's resolutions anymore because I don't hate myself. I know that sometimes that does not work for my brain, but if it works for you, why not? Don't listen to stupid people. Gross. They should be happy that people are using their overpriced gym. Whatever.
Exactly. It's super annoying.
Unless you want to sponsor us, Equinox, we will help you rehabilitate. Thanks for listening to Get Funny.
We hope you laughed.
But if you didn't,
we did.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye. We killed it.
Crushed it.